Hello and welcome to the idea that Reek came up with randomly last night in the middle of the stream. We decided, fuck it, let's do it. The watch along for Halloween 1978. Because we have nothing else going on a Friday night because we're old and sad. Well, Katie's not old, but we are.
Yeah.
You're not. You're young.
28.
We're old.
Thank you. Thank
You
you.
what?
28.
Yeah, that's
You're
not
not in
old.
the 30 club.
You're not in the 30 club yet.
Yeah, I'm happy about that.
So if you guys don't know how watch alongs go, basically we're gonna hit play, we're gonna start watching the movie, and then we're gonna talk shit about the movie as we watch it. Even though this is one of our favorite movies, a movie that we all love, we're gonna have some fun with it. And as you hop in, if you want to know where we're at, let me know and I'll give you a timestamp and you can get caught up to where we are at in the movie. So without further ado, I'm gonna unmute this and play it, and hopefully you guys don't hear an echo. We'll see what the fuck happens.
Tim Strauss.
You already heard it.
Well, the audio's not playing yet, Reek. And I'm going to stay in the live chat so I can see anyone that comes in and comments and watch it over here on my pretty screen.
Oh, okay. Evolving these days. You got a straight screen over here.
Yeah, you know. Are you guys okay now that the audio's playing? No? Still hear yourself?
Okay. It's okay. It is what it is.
It's weird.
I don't know why it's doing that because I don't think it did that. It's never done that before.
Mm-mm.
What are you drinking? I'm assuming Reek because I'm drinking Zero Sugar Dr. Pepper and Katie's drinking Blue Poison Mountain Dew.
Ooh, poison. Ooh, okay. I've got a Bud Light Lime. See if I can line these up together.
So I think I've decided when we get to the part where Judith takes her boyfriend upstairs, I'm going to start a timer and see how long, because dude does not take very long to handle his business.
It's like
I need to clock it.
It's like 30 seconds.
You talk about this every time.
Well, I'm going to stop watching officially this time because listen, first and foremost, we're about to get to it. There's no way that man has any foreplay game whatsoever. There's no time for foreplay and whatever the fuck he did. I don't even think he got all the way naked. He probably just either like unzipped his pants and pulled it out through the zipper, or maybe just dropped them down to his knees, went to town, finished, and went home.
He slid in it, and an accident happened. That's my theory, and I'm sticking to it.
1963.
I don't think they use Panaglide enough anymore.
I think we need it more in porn.
That would be crazy.
All right. They're kissing. We're stalking. We're creepy as fuck 9-year-olds. But like as a 9-year-old, I get it, right? Like you don't know what the fuck's going on. It's interesting and taboo.
I want to know what time it is.
Gentlemen, this does not count as foreplay. That is not foreplay.
No.
All right. I'm going to give them about. They got to go upstairs.
When the lights go out.
And we're starting. And mind you, I started it. Dude's probably still just taking his clothes off right now. He hasn't even got in yet, but we're gonna give him a little extra time. No swing. The back. Is there a back door? Why did they just leave the back door open like that?
Yeah, that's crazy.
It was the 60s.
In the 60s, we just didn't close doors.
I guess so.
I mean, teens can't last long. I feel like I lasted fairly well as a teen. I could be wrong. I could be misremembering that, but I feel like I did all right for a teenager. I will say I got a lot better as I got older. I knew what the fuck. I didn't know what the fuck I was doing as a teenager. So no rhythm.
I spent majority of the teens doing some self-pleasuring than I did activity.
So here we go. And I mean, he's already done. We know he's coming. So we're going to stop it.
But he's on the stage. Yeah, like
So a minute, 60 seconds, a literal minute man. Probably under a minute. We are at 1 minute and 7 seconds, and he was already on the stairs when I stopped it.
That's crazy.
She got 45 seconds at best.
Yeah, he slid in it, and it was too much.
Tommy, you
Like,
could have
it
been
was-
here. You can still be here. You can come. We opened it up to everybody. Did you answer how that do is, Katie? No.
Katie's not talking.
Kate doesn't want to talk because she doesn't like hearing herself. Fucking hush over here.
That bed can't even be that messed up.
Where is he stabbing her at?
Well,
And who looks at their hand? Like, who
Yeah,
looks
that's-
away from what they're stabbing just to be like,
That always bugged me out. But supposedly he stabbed her in the chest.
that's where all the blood was, but it looked like he was stabbing her in the thighs and maybe the liver.
Yeah.
My mom's husband is playing the... Okay.
Oh,
Not my mom's husband. My mom's husband is my father. I have a dad.
Oh man. I don't understand the freeze here. Like they just standing, this motherfucker's holding a knife with blood on it, and they're just standing there staring at him. No one's speaking. It's like Shakespearean theater.
Michael?
Yeah.
What's going on, son? Is everything okay?
It's like someone didn't give them the memo that this wasn't a Broadway play.
No, but listen. All right. That child is 9 years old, right?
Yeah.
You just left a 9-year-old out to his own devices for 45 seconds of fucking fun. Back doors wide open. I know it's the 60s, but like, what the fuck did you expect that?
Probably not for him to stab somebody.
I didn't see him with a bowl of candy, so it doesn't look like you took him out trick-or-treating. He was probably fucking pissed. I had to take Zoe trick-or-treating 3 times yesterday.
Damn.
Otherwise, I would have ended up like that.
That's crazy.
Anal? Oh.
Sir?
Have you ever done anything like this before? I feel like that's...
Oh, shit.
Plus, listen, Marion Chambers back then...
Oh, yeah. She was, what's the term people use? The smoke show.
What are you, 50? What's that term those kids use today? Smoke show? You're younger than me, motherfucker. Like,
Oh, man.
What's next? We're gonna say Dr. Loomis has no Riz.
Oh, I hate that shit. This
I-
New Day slang.
I'm going to be. I say it every year, but I'm going to be him for Halloween next year. Like,
Loomis?
easy,
Have you not done that before?
easy. No, I haven't.
What the? How?
Oh, it's right here.
They actually sell those for real? I mean, makes sense. It's marketable. But all these years, you've never done a Loomis cosplay.
I have not.
That's wild.
I say I'm gonna do it every year, and then something else comes up.
Mm-mm-mm.
I feel like that's since when did they let them wander around? Never. You know they never do that, especially in the fucking rain.
And see, this is another scene that I'm thinking, like, what time is it? this either like makes, I mean, it already makes no sense, but it's like, if it's late enough, then it's like, why are you even asking stupid questions?
7, 8 o'clock at night, because Halloween, Illinois, it gets dark around 7, 8 o'clock at night. That dark anyway, in the rain. So at the earliest, 7, 8 o'clock at night, and they're out in the rain at nighttime. You're like, since when do they let them roam? Like they're fucking cattle.
Now, if she break right there, how did he not fall off the top of the hood?
Wasn't going fast enough. That is a man that has masturbated a lot.
I finally see the wrench that they were talking about.
Yeah, I saw the wrench too.
Like, this is definitely one of those movies that is like, they use what they had available.
Listen, I love Dr. Loomis, but who the fuck talks like that? The evil is gone.
Again, Shakespeare. This is like...
Or as Brenda would say, shake a spear. I need Brenda back in 6. I need Cindy and Brenda back. That's all I want.
Yeah,
Ray too. I rewatched 1 and 2, and I need Ray back.
Oh, of course. We got to do the whole OG crew for that.
Ray.
If we're going to do it right.
Fucked me. Ray. Fucked me. Ray fucked. Oh, god damn it.
Motherfucker was just like, but you made love to me. Like, no, first of all, you suck my dick.
Nice little 2-car garage situation going on there. Who's they? Because I
wondered that myself.
Where was that in the new movies when we did the flashbacks? Like, number one, what the fuck happens to Laurie's parents? Because they don't show up at the hospital. We don't find shit out about that. Like, we know in the Rob Zombie remake what happens to Laurie's parents, but like, we don't know in this. Oh, is Katie Googling it?
They just vanished off somewhere.
You could, I guess. I don't know. You looked down when you said you were like, and then you looked down, so I thought you were looking into it.
I'm gonna tell you what though, her dad had to be the best realtor in the world, because that house, the murder aside, the house is a shithole.
Yeah. Though I got to assume if they're coming at 10:30, she's in school all day, so they've come and gone before Michael even gets there, because he shows up about the time. Like, I don't think he makes it back to the house until after they're getting out of school, or around the time they're getting out of school.
Yeah.
That is a shithole. Someone needs to fix that gutter.
Who's coming to look at that? Unless you're trying to do a flip and fix, or fix and flip.
I don't know if they did those in the 70s. I'm sure they've done them forever, but like, actually, no, he's in the house right now because he's looking at her. That's right. He's already there.
Yeah.
So maybe he's just out and about when they come and do the house showing. That would also have been really cool if like they showed like Michael murders the father and the people that come in the house and they find them inside the house. When they find the dog and everything in the investigation and kills, they just find 3 more bodies and we stack up the body count.
That would have made some sense.
Especially finding out that that is actually Laurie's father and mother. Because in the new movies, she wasn't his brother or his sister.
Yeah. But now, I ask again, what time is this? Because you telling me
she's on her way to school. So this is...
Well, yeah. But like, he's already pulled over that mechanic, killed him, took his jumpsuit, went to the hardware store, broke in, bought the mat, took the mask, rope, and knives, and was squatting in the house all before she showed up.
You very well last night.
Oh man.
My favorite thing is when people tell you that the thing that you saw happen didn't fucking happen. Sam, he can't drive a car. Motherfucker, I watched him drive it. Literally.
Since you're the fan of Six around here, that is the least convincing cult leader I've ever seen.
Well, he's not the cult leader. That's not the same dude.
He is wildly important to the plot.
That guy wasn't.
Look, it's part of that. It's part of that timeline. I'm trying to figure out why she's
quiet. Now you're right. He's already gone to the hardware store, broken, got the mask. He's chilling outside in the mask. No one thinks that's weird that there's just a grown man standing outside a high school.
I'm trying to figure out why she's quiet.
Did we not have pedophiles in the 60s?
Surely they did.
You just let creepy men in masks hang out outside high schools.
And then she's going to say later on, try to tell Tommy, like, he's crazy. Like, he don't see somebody standing out there when you seen a motherfucker watching you for an entire day. Katie's deep in some research right now.
That's a big fucking pumpkin.
Yeah, that's unnecessary. This is something that I don't like about Kills, because we're telling me that this little asshole right here, the big bully of the kids, we start the flashback off with he's getting bullied.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah. But I mean, that does happen. Like, if you're getting picked on by bigger kids, you find someone smaller to pick on to make you feel better about yourself. Like, there's a chain of command in bullying.
I mean, yeah, but more often than not, it's like something like your parents don't love you or something like that, or your dad's a dick.
I just didn't like that in Kills. It was basically the fucking Doyle family from Billy Madison that was picking on him.
Yes. It's like, how you gonna call him an ugly ass when you look like a foot? That's crazy to me.
From what I'm seeing on Reddit, they were at a Halloween party and no one can get a hold of them.
Oh yeah, they said that too.
Yeah, but they never showed up. We don't know what happened to them.
Yeah.
They were drinking.
And it's like, you didn't check in with your daughter who went out to babysit hours ago. Like, hey, everything okay? That just doesn't seem responsible. And realtors are responsible people.
Got a little BMW there, don't you?
Loomis was probably balling before all this shit started. He was probably living a good life.
Completely missed my mouth there. See, it's 24-hour towing, so he could have attacked this dude at any point.
Yeah.
If they had
fair.
change in the car, he could have used the car change at that payphone to call for a tow truck. Tow truck showed up to tow him overnight. He killed dude from Phelps' garage. I don't know why he kept the car, though, and just took the jumpsuit.
That's what I'm saying. I forget who said that they were just like Linda. I forget if it was Jamie or if it was Deborah Hill. Tickets for what? What are the tickets on sale for at the high school?
Prom? Homecoming?
It's October. Well, homecoming maybe, but it doesn't say that. It just says tickets on sale.
I'm never smiling again because my boyfriend can't come over one night.
Like, that's a bit extreme.
Homecoming is usually in October.
Yeah, but it don't even say that. We just supposed to assume that's what it's for. So y'all are on the sidewalk, and you can clearly see in that window, motherfucker's got a mask on his face.
There's no way he heard that.
I doubt it. But then
There's definitely no way he heard that.
Why not? Why not just like reverse it? Like if you really feel. And he's an asshole for real. See, I would have told
That's fucked up to say to your friend.
Exactly. I would have been like, go fuck yourself now. We don't got to make.
It's like you can listen to them. Fuck, have fun.
Like if that was the case, y'all shouldn't have made no plans.
Though me personally, I would have tried to make sure Annie stayed. Because like if Paul fucked up and he can't make it, Annie, there's more than enough room upstairs. Like we can, the three of us can
there you go
hang out. You, me, and Linda.
That's what I'm saying.
Because for me, Annie's the smash. Like Linda's all right. Linda's cool. We get to see Linda. Like she's the
Linda seems
cheerleader, but for me, it's Annie.
like that's this. Their scene aside, Linda probably seemed like she'd be annoying in bed.
She doesn't like being choked.
Evidently not. Even though she sounded like she was enjoying it. There's no way Annie could have had her head down long enough that she wouldn't have seen this motherfucker standing there. That was smoke from Carpenter. He was smoking a cigarette just off camera. I just picture this motherfucker doing a quick sprint down that alley because like ain't no way.
There's a bush I'm trying to see behind.
Oh,
it was the 60s, I guarantee.
They
I
all
guarantee.
They all had it. It was some leaves growing out of that motherfucker and everything. We can't hear you, Katie.
That's not creepy, Lee. That's not creepy at all.
It is creepy. But they should have left that in 78. I don't know what they had him say that for in Kills.
Also, Annie made it into the house before she saw her dad, or she just didn't say hi to her dad or acknowledge that he was there.
Well, that's it. Where was he standing at? Because it's like, once again, everyone's oblivious to what's right in front of them. And so he's not at the hardware store yet. So the hardware store has been broken into for several hours. I'm assuming the alarm has been going off all that time, and he's not there at all until a couple minutes after this.
Laurie plays tennis. Annabelle.
Yeah, we had that was true.
Y'all didn't see Annabelle?
I did.
She's got bigger problems than fucking Michael Myers. Annabelle's in a room.
That might be part of the problem. Annabelle is a conduit
right there
for Michael Myers.
Kids watching this movie this day, like, what the fuck is that?
Mm-hmm.
Hi.
Annie's a total asshole. I don't know how she's her best friend. Your mouth is full of food, and you decide, hey, let me pick up the phone and let me call you really quick. I can't talk right now, but I'll call you.
What up, TC?
Asshole.
$6:30. What time is it now? Like you said, he's gonna pick her up at 6:30, and then we finally get to the hardware store that has been broken into since sometime early this morning.
I'm trying to tell you, these time frames need to be studied.
And nobody's discussing the fact that Annabelle's just chilling on her fucking dresser. We wonder why she was marked.
That's what the real problem was.
Why doesn't Annie just pick you up at your house, like in the driveway?
Like
What are you waiting on the corner?
this,
The big ass
they
pumpkin.
they only got leaves on one side of the sidewalk, and none across the street.
They couldn't afford to import all those leaves.
Listen, I know. They said after every take, they went and sweep all them damn leaves up.
That's California, Illinois.
Yeah.
And you made her walk across the street.
Yeah. See? Asshole. Annie is more of a villain in this movie than Michael. I'm saying it right now.
I think that's why I'm attracted to her, though. Kate's kind of an asshole, too.
Oh, man.
She knows she is. She wasn't smoking cigarettes, but Lori smokes pot, which is supposed to be one of those big bad no-nos.
Well, look, there's always one of those nerds that like they don't do any of the crazy shit and bad stuff, but they'll indulge in a little one of those activities that like, oh, this little weed ain't that bad. Man, I want to hear the end of this story.
Here's the fucked up thing. About 15 years ago, Michael Myers murdered his sister on the same night. So did him and Charlie both snap on the same night? Can we have a deep dive into what the fuck happened on Halloween 1963 in Illinois where random people are just murdering folks? Well, I need to know more about Charlie Bowles and what the fuck was going on in 1963 around America.
Like, he didn't get no specifics. I'm just like, where did this go? All we know is he got a hacksaw, said goodbye to the family, and
he's so nonchalant about it too. Like,
yeah,
Gravestones was he came home. I've been trying to tell everybody. No one wants to listen. Fuck it. I'm not worried.
Shit.
Mr.
Riddle.
It's Matt Riddle's great-great-grandfather. That's probably just his great-grandfather.
He's a peeper.
Or grandfather. I guarantee you Matt Riddle's grandfather's a peeper. Or was. Runs in the family.
I have the feeling it's probably worse than that. Just a hunch.
She clearly doesn't smoke a lot of weed.
No. Them lungs are babies.
Get rid of it. She doesn't even throw it out the window. I think she put it in the ashtray. That's the last place you want to put the weed, in the car.
Right.
She's high.
I'm telling you, the biggest asshole of this movie. Oh, now is that cynical?
He yells too. Shouts. I think Lee's got a thing for Lori.
Ugh. I mean, it's not like that would be the most.
That is a cool ass
out of the ordinary thing. No, it is.
Got those fucking 4 lights on the sides. Hey, there he is.
And see, now he's oblivious because it's like you were standing at an angle that you could have seen him out of your peripheral vision. And then you turn around and he just drives right past your ass.
I don't feel like there was proper gate placement for the railroad tracks that drive through that town. I would like to speak. with someone in Haddonfield, Illinois. Oh,
I mean, isn't that like maybe an hour or so from you?
it does not exist. So
I'm saying if it did, it'd be closer to you than anyone else.
maybe. I mean, it could be Southern Illinois. If it's Southern Illinois, it might actually be closer to you guys.
I ain't been on that side, so I couldn't tell you.
Why not? Fuck's wrong with Dick Baxter?
I think there's something wrong with all these dudes. I think Annie is like, she's friends with Lori because she's just like so much of an outcast that she's like, oh, I just got to be friends with her because she's gonna be depressed and kill herself if I don't.
That or they're like high school friends, and Lori just never grew the fuck up out of her awkward stage.
I guess
She never had one night in Vegas to, help get her inhibitions out. That's what everyone needs, is a little time in Sin City to help them, break out of their shell.
I hear that's a creative way to make it happen.
You both can go to hell.
Wow. Well, okay.
Oh, hey, Katie, by the way, since we're all here, I framed it so I can hang it.
Oh yeah,
Oh, fuck off. Was having such a good night.
Boo.
These are some nice ass houses. Like, they're old houses, but they're nice big houses.
Oh yeah.
And I also feel like this is the house because, like, you see that upper level where they got like kind of the balcony thing.
Yeah.
I feel like this is the house that we see in later movies that they don't use the right Myers house because the Myers house didn't have that shit.
It like maybe could be the one from 6.
Do they have to contact the real estate agent to let them in the house so that they can go and look?
That's what I'm thinking. I'm trying to figure out why they went here in the first place.
It's just you're selling a house that's unlocked.
Yeah.
Make sure he had Lori drop the keys off at the house, and then he proceeded to leave the house unlocked after showing it.
I said he had to be a great realtor. Don't make me a liar.
You were a liar. I didn't make you one. If he was a great realtor, he would have sold that motherfucker.
Well, it's not selling with that dead dog in it anyway, so that's a problem.
When did he get the dog, too?
Right.
Also, what kind of skunk mutilates a fucking dog and eats it?
That's what I'm saying. Skunks ain't that damn vicious.
They are, actually. They're blind as fuck, though. I hear they're actually very vicious. Skunks and raccoons.
Well, raccoons, I know.
Why are you looking like that? Did you not know raccoons were vicious little fuckers?
Yeah, that's like part of the MO. Like,
I knew raccoons, not skunks.
Oh, yeah. Look it up. They're fucking mean.
No.
The ones that aren't are the ones that look the most violent, and that's possum. But they look scary as fuck. And they got those little double needle teeth, and their eyes glow red in the dark.
Yeah, ugly fuckers. What did that come from?
That's a roof vent, so that came from the roof. I don't know what it's attached to that it swung down like that.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Like, well, he's just setting booby traps around the house. Like this, there's no way. I take back everything I said. There's no way this house sold.
On the night that Mr. Bowles grabbed an axe, kissed his wife and daughter,
Hacksaw.
and proceeded to do something that we don't know what he did. Hacksaw, yes, sorry.
I want to know that story. Like that's like the crime of this film that we never heard the end of that story.
Because it happened
There's
the
a
same
wiki
year, if
on
not
it.
the same night. Huh?
There's a Wikipedia thing on it.
Really?
Yeah.
Charlie Bowles?
Mhm.
Oh, let's hear it. Because
Oh,
there's no way it was
I got rid of it.
crazier than Michael stabbing up his sister. He's an adult. This had to be worse.
Matt, are you looking up, or do you want me to look it up again?
I'm pulling up Halloween series. I don't like that picture. Russellville, Illinois. He's got a whole... There's a whole thing here.
Mm-hmm.
He's got known relatives, his mom, his wife, his daughter, his other daughter. Apparently had 2 daughters.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, damn.
Charlie Bowles was born to Lucy Bowles and an unknown father, because, of course. His mother was very protective of him. Once she died, he felt a void in his life that he never felt was filled. Slowly, he learned to fall in love with the emptiness. Dude, this is... Met Betty. Not long after, they gave birth to twins. We murder with a hacksaw after mysteriously going insane.
Mm. I kind of feel like that'd be bigger news off the strength of the hacksaw alone.
I kind of figure that there should be something in here where they mention the Mark of the Thorn showing up on Halloween in 1963, making folks go crazy.
Nah.
Celtic runes.
They kept it hush hush.
He's not barking at you, bitch. Look at him. Also, listen, as a dog owner, if your dog is freaking out like that, you pay the fuck attention to what the dog is freaking out about.
That's what I'm saying. Like, you're not paying attention to the fact that his barking is because dogs have very good senses. So you just assume that they're just making noise. Like I know this now as a mailman. Like if you make one
Homecoming
wrong...
dance tomorrow night. That's what the tickets were on sale for.
All right, whatever. That's the one thing they're getting off the hook for. But yeah, no, I know this as a mailman. Like if you make one wrong, like creaking step, they on your ass right at the window, at the door, whatever. So y'all hear them barking and just think, oh.
I need to know what the psychology is between mailmen or delivery men and dogs and why they hate y'all so much.
I don't know.
I could never ask a boy out. I asked a boy out for you. Oh, how could you do that? Because, bitch, you said you couldn't. It's the one good friend thing that she did this entire time.
I guess.
Because if we can all agree on one thing, Lori is in some desperate need for dick.
Well, I can agree with that. I'm trying to figure out, again, how is it so out of the realm of possibility that somebody was standing outside across the street
Turn around.
when 3 separate occasions you've seen someone standing outside staring at you?
You know how I knew Annie knew she wasn't having sex tonight? She wore those socks and that underwear.
Yeah, that's kind of crazy. But that had to be the trend back then.
I don't think I listen. I'm just saying that did not look like I'm having sex tonight underwear. That was like Paul got grounded. I'm not getting laid. I'm gonna be comfortable babysitting these kids underwear.
I would not be surprised.
And then
That
here
was
comes the most egregious thing Michael Myers has done in all the movies, and that's including fucking his own niece and getting her pregnant.
So eating the dog wasn't egregious, just killing it.
Maybe he found a dead dog and ate it. That's just meat. That's roadkill.
No,
Nah.
that's not right.
Hey, Randy Orton. What does that say, Katie? What does that say, Katie?
The thing. Sorry, I was choking.
Because you knew it was coming because we just talked about it.
But isn't this one the thing from another planet? Because they made this so many times.
It's the original The Thing that he remade into the classic that everyone knows and loves.
Yeah.
The Boogeyman.
That's a classic kid's answer.
Tall, dark, and handsome is what the fuck he looked like. William Shatner's an attractive man back in the 70s, all right? He was tall, dark, and handsome.
Mm.
He is tall.
He didn't look tall.
You saw where that German Shepherd's legs were when he picked them up and choked it the fuck out? German Shepherds aren't small dogs.
Yeah. Well, that is true. That's very true. I feel like Annie was just being too dramatic. She did not spill all that much on all her clothes.
What are you waiting for?
This is like if playing with your food was a movie scene. That's all I'm saying.
You clearly knew someone was there, and now you just assume it's not Paul, and you're just like, all right, it's cool. Also, we were talking about anal earlier. She just leave the back door wide open.
Again, I would surmise
it's a theme in this movie.
It was something that was probably in during that time.
The lock is right there. I can see it by her elbow. It locks from the inside.
Yeah. Not too bright. This kid is a zombie. It's crazy because if you're going through like the new timeline, she is, well, outside of Laurie, she's the last person standing of like the OG crew.
Why don't you move that shit out of the way? What are you doing? She just hung the fuck up. I've seen this movie before.
We all have.
Stuck in the laundry room.
Now, how the fuck did I know you were going to say that?
Let me help you
Because
out,
I haven't
Annie.
seen that movie. Watch it and you'll understand.
I feel like stuck porn started here.
Oh,
Her
yeah.
stuck in a window. You think about the girl stuck in the doggy door and Scream. Like horror movies where stuck porn came from.
Yeah, no, somebody was inspired by this scene.
I was inspired by the scene as a young man.
Understandable.
Popcorn in a can. She looks great there, though. I'm telling you, smash. I don't care how big of an asshole she is. Smash.
Probably be some hate fucking, but
There's nothing wrong with that.
She left the back door open again.
crazy.
Yes. That's all I ever think about.
The only bonus of this scene is listening to John Carpenter dirty talk. Like,
I've read.
if she actually made it to Paul, would we be seeing John Carpenter in this movie? We understood that you were gonna have a dick appointment while she was in the house.
Just using Lori.
I'm telling you, like,
She didn't even call and ask.
with friends like this, who needs enemies?
Also, I feel like this is directly across the street, not 3 doors down.
Yeah. That house is actually nice as hell.
Oh, Tommy's parents were rich as fuck.
Mm-hmm. Which begs the question why he never moved out of the sticks in the new timeline.
Tommy's just completely unfazed by the strange woman that walked into his house with no pants on.
He's worried about the boogeyman. Even punk ass Andy can't mess with that.
I'd like you to call Ben Tramer and tell him you just want to fool around, Lori.
Seriously.
Yeah, now you know what's going on. See, that's why Rob Zombies was better, is because it wasn't like, do me a favor and I'll get you out of the date that I set you up on. It was like, Lori, you need to get laid. And she's like, you're right. I need some dick.
But it's like, they made it so much worse because she's like, oh, I thought you said Ben Tramer was retarded. She's like, oh, yeah, but not Short was retarded. Like, eesh. It's cringy.
It was 2007. A lot of things that were said in movies in 2007 are cringy as fuck.
A lot of Rob Zombie material was cringy as fuck.
So he got in the car and then locked himself in the car?
I think he waited like this little period of time where she went back into the house and said, okay, now I'm going to get in the car.
But the car's locked. She's going to get the keys because she went to the car and the car was locked. So how did he get in the car?
He must be a fucking mechanic with that butcher knife.
Maybe he's got an app on his phone where he can look up pickpocketing.
Either
Lock
that
picking.
or, I'm telling you, he's an ace with that butcher knife. Because I can't see why he locked himself in.
Listen, Paul has got some magical dick because you hear her singing a song about him, just excited to go meet up.
That song is not real.
It's not. That she made up a song about the dick.
Mm-mm.
Michael Myers definitely has a choking kink.
I'm about to say, I was just about to say that. Like, he has a fetish for the choke.
Nobody hears that.
There are multiple houses up and down this street.
Oh, yep. There goes that. There should be
I understand.
there should be some blood.
Yeah, it's like I understand if they wanted to go with the implied horror element, like you leave it into the mind of the viewer, but a throat slit should be some spatter on the windshield.
The only thing I'm sad that I don't have, because I was looking and Voodoo doesn't have this as far as I know, is in the made-for-TV version. I think it's Halloween 2. Maybe it's the original. One of them. They do have like the scene where Laurie actually goes and visits. I think it's Halloween 2, where Laurie goes and visits her brother in the hospital, and she like remembers finally that she goes to visit her brother.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's in the TV version of the movie. A young Laurie Strode goes to visit her brother in the mental hospital and sees Michael in like a flashback scene. Also, they don't have special features on Vudu, which pisses me off because I really wanted to watch that webcam only version of Halloween Resurrection.
Oh my god.
Oh yeah. Oh, but yeah, I did not know about that special feature bullshit in Halloween 2.
Well, if in the TV version of Halloween, they added scenes that were shot for Halloween. They were shot for Halloween 2, but they I guess they never made the cut for it, so they just put it into the first movie or something like that.
Bitch, she saw him walking. He was just scaring the fuck out of you. Though kids are like that. Kids, Zoe is a fucking turncoat. She will be on my side, and 2 seconds later she is on mommy's side like it ain't nothing. She did it to me just the other day.
You probably deserved it.
Shh. You don't think he's gonna see you there? Tommy wasn't even talking about Lonnie. He was talking about Richie being the bully.
Mm-hmm.
That is the weirdest delivery of a line in this movie. Hey, Lonnie, get your ass away from there.
I would love it if someone came out and said that wasn't part of the script, that Donald just did that.
Shout out to Sheriff Brackett for being cool about all this.
Mm-hmm.
Like, unfazed. Kids are out there fucking and getting high. It is what it is. It's Halloween. Like,
yeah. It's like basically, you got to show me something substantial to get me to think that something sinister is going on here tonight.
you're going to feel real stupid when you find your daughter dead later.
Mm-mm.
Yes. And your daughter's already dead.
That's exactly what he's telling you.
He didn't let him go.
Hey, I let him out of the asylum. Like what part of the conversation was, oh, I watched him for 15 years. I told everyone how dangerous he was. I stressed that he was a threat to the outside world, but I opened the door and let him right out. I didn't know that was the conversation.
Bro's definitely got shag carpet in the back of that van.
He looks too much like Dahmer.
And that's where it
Whoa.
got weird. That's where it got weird.
Whoa.
I was gonna say he already looks like a pedophile, and then he says that. So
Yeah.
Did you try the light switches? They're right there.
Right.
Maybe flick on a fucking light. Oh, look at that. They work.
They have no idea who is or isn't in the house. They just like, no, fuck it. We antsy.
yeah, they don't care.
Bob doesn't care. Bob clearly doesn't care about a lot of things.
Yeah.
I feel like this entire movie is just Michael Myers has been horny for 15 years and he's watching all these people.
Yep. I'm telling you that that channel CZ's World, and they kind of go in like the backstories of all these characters. He talks about how like his theory is that Michael had this sapiosexual nature throughout the movie. It's like he's using this butcher knife, and it's kind of like a euphemism.
It's his dick.
Yeah. And it makes sense.
But because he doesn't actually ever get to watch anyone have sex, he doesn't know where he's supposed to stick it. So he's sticking it in chests and stomachs and everywhere but where it actually goes, because he's never actually seen a vagina.
There you go.
But seriously, all he's doing is hanging out and he's watching all these people fuck, and he's probably got a raging heart on. He said, "It's like fucking Scream." You know, what was your boy's motivation, Katie, for murdering his girlfriend? Lack of sex.
Don't you bring them into this.
Fucking blue balls. It's a bitch, man.
Don't bring them into this.
It's enough to kill.
Okay, you guys are not worried about this at all? Also, how are Lindsay's parents going to feel when they get back and their daughter is across the street being babysat by somebody else, not the person that they paid to babysit their daughter?
Oh, they're not even there. They're at the Mackenzie's house.
Probably at an orgy. Everybody's fucking in Haddonfield but Michael. That's the problem.
But see, that's Jason's thing. Jason hates sex.
Well, no, Jason's mommy hated sex, and that was passed on. That was...
Are they in this chick's parents' bed? That's fucking crazy. These kids were
Where else are you supposed to
disrespectful
be?
back in the day. I don't know. Is there like a house that nice? It got to be a guest house, a guest room.
Also, you don't think the parents are going to be very worried if they are calling and the phone's just off the hook?
Right.
I should have clocked that one. That didn't last very long either.
Hey, Hey, and Mike just busted a nut with them. Because why are we hearing his breathing with theirs?
Mike did not bust a nut with them. That's the problem. I don't listen. They taught that man how to drive, but nobody taught him how to touch himself.
Hey, that might have solved a lot of problems.
Now that is a woman right there. She likes one for herself and you.
That's good manners.
I don't know why she would. It only lasted about 15 seconds
Like I
again.
said, like, you gotta hurry up and get back there. Like, you got some more work to do.
All these young men in Haddonfield can't last more than fucking 15 seconds in the last 15 years. Michael's out here just begging for a chance.
Mm-mm-mm.
Who puts the... Do y'all put your eggs in the door?
No.
No.
And you don't turn the light... And the back door is still open.
Nobody closed the back door in the 60s. I told you.
Yeah.
Back door was wide open in the 60s. It was a big
Stop
thing.
it.
But see, I understand the whole supernatural, shape thing. But are we telling me that he's using the force? Because he's behind this door, and that door opens.
What do you mean?
Like the back door just slowly inching out open.
You telling me he's not tall, dark, and handsome?
I mean,
Bob wasn't a small dude. Bob wasn't 5'7". Bob's
that
feet
face
can't
is-
touch the ground right now.
that face is pale white. There's nothing dark about it.
His persona is dark. His aura is dark. He is literally
Okay.
the shadow.
All right.
He's the shape.
We
Shape,
need
the
to
shadow.
clarify.
They're different.
Mm.
How tall do you think that door is? Because he's only maybe 3 or 4 inches shorter than the door.
Mm-hmm.
Oof. Hard to tell.
Who doesn't appreciate a man who's willing to dress up?
Well, I guess Linda isn't.
And listen right here. What's up, Brocast? By the way, we're an hour and 7 minutes into the movie. Now she's just teasing him.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, he does. But he doesn't know what to do. Can you be nice and show him? I don't even know what the fuck that means.
Yeah, me either. And clearly he had a sense of humor.
What kills me is the glasses over the sheet.
Oh, yeah.
Because he's smart. Because Bob wouldn't be able to see without the glasses. So that's how he knew she'd know it was Bob and not someone else under the sheet.
Who the fuck else would it be?
Back doors are wide open in fucking Haddonfield. Katie, it could be anyone.
This is true.
And he doesn't freak out until she's like, fuck it, we're not having sex. I'm calling Lori.
Another person who apparently doesn't like joking.
It doesn't sound that way. See, even Lori can't tell.
Lori wouldn't know what an orgasm sounds like, so I understand her confusion. You leave your back door open? Listen, if we go with the new timeline, I am 100%. I wish they would have elaborated on the fact that Michael Myers was just looking for somebody to love him in a completely sexual way.
Actually, I'll call cap on that because 2, there was the hot tub, the whatever that hot tub scene, whatever,
Yeah.
and this chick was literally licking and sucking on his fingers, all that copper and dirt, all over his hands at this point.
Okay.
Like she was initiating foreplay with this motherfucker, and he still said, "Nope, I'm burning your face off."
That's not what happened, Reek. First off. Second off, 2 is not canon in the new timeline. What happened was she was sucking and biting on his finger, and she's like, "We can't. I have to go back. We're not having sex." And then she looked up and saw who the fuck it was and freaked out, and then he drowned her.
All right, that's fair. Because he definitely pulled the fuck away when she said, "I got to get back."
Yep. Mm-hmm. Michael Myers is just tired of watching everyone else get played but him. That's what it is.
I find it hard to believe that Loomis has been standing in that spot for what has to have been a minimum of 2 hours, and he's just now seeing the station wagon.
Listen, I love Dr. Loomis. He is not the most observant man on the planet.
But this is the thing, too. He parked that car right over at the house that Laurie is at. So how has he not been hearing anything that's been going on?
Car alarm or the car horn.
Yeah.
Why is your shirt all unbuttoned like that, Laurie?
She's she's got some intentions when she goes over there. That's what never gets said.
All this talk about Ben Tramer.
Yep. So you guys are having fun. I want some too.
She just left the kids in the house.
Yep.
Alone.
Uh-huh.
Listen, I am not hiring a babysitter from Haddonfield.
Well,
this is also why we have Ring cameras at every door on my house.
Well, for one, you're signing their death warrants. And for 2, yeah, they're probably going to do a shitty job.
Every babysitter in Haddonfield, including Laurie Strode and old boy, was a terrible babysitter. I have not met one good babysitter in a Halloween movie from Haddonfield.
Yeah, that's true. Rachel.
Rachel literally made Jamie cry because she said she would rather get some dick than take her adopted sister out trick-or-treating.
She's a horny teenager. She said some messed up shit, okay? But she still did her job.
And she lost Jamie.
Again, horny teenager. And now in that moment, a betrayed horny teenager who's gotta, you're emotional.
I'm just saying, shitty babysitters.
I would just like to say Vicky was not a bad babysitter.
There was an entire conversation between Vicky and Dude about the type of babysitter that Vicky is, where this child knows that she is fucking and smoking weed, and they have an agreement to not talk about it, and she lets him break all of the rules.
But she didn't abandon him, and she died to protect the kid.
Okay,
Very
yes.
True. Very true.
Yes. Corey is the worst babysitter, though, because he actually murdered that child.
He straight up killed a kid. Like, he's the worst.
Yeah.
Back door's open. Come on in. Also, isn't that the plant that Michael Myers knocked down when he was looking through the back door? Or was there a different hanging plant that he knocked down when he was watching Annie?
Did he knock it down, or did he just run into it?
It fell and crashed and broke.
Because he was peeping too hard and he just like knocked it off the thing or whatever.
Yeah, he's standing there, and Annie's taking her clothes off, and he's doing his thing, and then here comes the dog. Thinks he sees the hot dog ready to chew. Turn the fucking lights on.
At what point is it not dawning on you that something is wrong here?
The fuck are you gonna do? Can't even talk to a boy. I don't see you whipping your friends' asses for pulling a prank on you.
Mm-mm.
Dun, 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 dun.
And why is she walking so slow?
Because it's dark and she can't fucking see. Because nobody turned on the fucking lights, or he turned them all back off.
Listen, that has me moving faster. Like, put your hands out, like feel the walls. She's walking.
Reed would not survive a horror movie.
The hell I wouldn't.
You have those big ass glasses on, and you are like, I am gonna stumble around in the dark, just feeling out for whatever to get through the house quicker. You're gonna trip, you're gonna fall, you're probably gonna grab on something you don't want to grab on, and then you'll realize you're fucked. Like the killer.
Mm-mm.
To be fair, though, at this point, this could still be a prank.
No.
No, it could.
With a headstone in the bed? Where was he keeping the headstone all this time?
It would be great if at this point everyone just woke up and said, "Ha, gotcha."
And he still got the knife in him?
I need to know how he hung him the fuck up like that.
Right.
And what is he doing in the other room?
Probably rubbing one out to her screams. I'm trying to figure out why she wasn't just making her way to the door already.
You got aim like a stormtrooper. Why does nobody know how to operate a door in Haddonfield?
He's gotta be.
That's why they leave the back door unlocked, is because nobody can open the fucking doors when they are locked.
He's got to be teleporting or something. Because how did, like, in that time frame of her walking,
you literally just talked about how slow she walked through the house. You're telling me he did not have time?
He would have to at least be power walking or jogging.
I just hate how long it took her to think, hey, maybe I should break the window.
That light flashing before your eyes, something about that just gets you moving faster.
That had to be a big kitchen because he was like right the fuck there.
Yeah.
There's no way he couldn't have just reached out and touched her.
He's the king of playing with his food.
Now this is fucked up.
Yeah.
They turn the lights on. They're home.
She's looking through the curtain.
Yep. And then closes them. Nope.
That
Want nothing to do with that.
Wow.
Disrespectful.
Like,
I need to know the story on that bitch too.
that's crazy.
Like, what do you do the next morning when you wake up and you watch the news and there are all these murdered children and you realize that you turned down?
But
Yep.
more to the point there, this is the next door neighbor. So there were a horn
Hearing the court.
honking
Yep. Mm-hmm.
out at least an hour earlier, and now a chick is screaming in front of your house, and you say, no, I'm good. You'd have felt real stupid if he actually killed Lori and then you were next.
Yep.
Tell me Tommy didn't see the boogeyman that one time he looked out the window coming?
That, and as slow as he was just moving, there's no way he didn't catch her playing with his food. And when was this door open? Like,
it's a window.
But still. That looks like a door. That's a big ass window.
It is a big window. It's a window.
I think it's a door.
It looks like a door.
It's a door.
I'm fairly certain that's a window.
It's like a side door.
It's the biggest window I've ever seen.
Because it's the exact same thing on the other wall. You're telling me that they have a door, the front door, and then another door there, and then another door there? They're the same thing.
It's
here and there.
Door, window, door.
I don't think so.
It's a big ass house, so I can't put it past them.
True.
And here comes my biggest issue with Laurie Strode.
Should have stabbed him again.
But not even that. Stop dropping the goddamn knife. She does that. That's a continuity thing. She does it in H2O. Like it just keeps on going. Why are you dropping knives? Again, how is he so far away when the wagon was parked
Hi, Allison.
right up on the same block? Just right one house away.
He was 3 blocks down, but the house that's across the street is 3 doors down. So like,
but see, when he parked, he literally walked right across the street and was hiding behind the tree right in front of the house where Annie was at. So that means that if Loomis found the wagon, he should be in the middle of where this shit's going down. And he should have been right there when Lori came out of the house.
there's nothing to be scared of. All I did was leave him the knife and come upstairs.
Yeah. Granted, he's downstairs, so he could have just gone in the kitchen for another one.
Fucking Girl Scout.
Yeah, that was elaborate to be doing while you're in the middle of a chase.
You know what other houses in Illinois?
Mm.
The Home Alone house. Give me Michael versus Kevin.
Ooh. They did that on Robot Chicken. It was funny.
Michael's smart. You know what he does? He turns on the fucking light.
He didn't mean to do that.
That was calculated.
That motherfucker just swinging at air and caught onto the string.
Goddamn Girl Scout. Now you stabbed him in the neck. You've stabbed him in the ribs. Did you also see Macaulay Culkin dressed up as Joe Burrows?
He stabbed him in the eye too.
He challenged Joe to dress up like him. Stab him again. Why?
Stab him in the head.
Listen, I understand this,
Oh!
and all it takes is a couple stabs, and then you think it's finished. It's been established.
Listen, I'm sure someone at least thought of the idea of double tapping. It might not have been a phrase back then, but I know at least some people.
Nobody, we literally have talked about this. Nobody in Haddonfield was double tapping nothing.
Like, that's crazy. Like, at some point, rage should kick in and you'd be like, just stab the absolute fuck out of him while he's laying there prone.
Like
Why didn't you go down the
Scream 5?
Why didn't you go down the street to the Mackenzies' house? Why did you run back to the house if you knew the Mackenzies would answer the kids? Clearly, he didn't hit the right spot.
Oh boy.
Convenient as fuck. I've been walking around for 2 hours. And I just so happened to walk out of the one house. Kids run out screaming. And what are you going to do? You're just going to break into that house.
The front door was open.
Oh, yeah.
All doors had to be open by this point.
You know who else isn't like choking?
I guess Lori.
Michael Myers is just trying to start a new kink in Haddonfield. No one's having it.
He was ahead of his time.
You counted 7? I counted 6.
7
I counted
isn't
the
two.
first drop.
I did too.
I counted
Yeah.
7.
Nah, this one it was 6. In part 2, it's definitely 7.
I still counted 7.
Nah, it's 6 in this one.
Whatever.
I'm telling you, watch 2 again. 2 is definitely 7 because there's an extra shot in there.
I mean, doesn't everyone want to get murdered by someone in a William Shatner mask?
I'm sure.
Probably.
He's like, fuck.
He's like, God damn it.
But he's not panicking. Like, he's just like, oh, I guess he's out there somewhere. This is kind of when you can tell, like,
Why is the knife still there? He brought it upstairs. She stabbed him with it.
I told
He
you
could've
he's
picked up
going to
another
pick
one.
up another one. That's where I can kind of see, like, on this ending, how he only wanted this to be a one movie thing.
Yay, we did it.
That was fun.
So, like I said, if you guys enjoyed this, we can do once a month watch along, and somebody else can pick the movie for next month.
I'm down.
I'm never gonna turn that down.
Do you want to pick the next movie, Katie? It cannot be Long Legs.
Oh, I'm not doing it. Nope.
I won't make you watch Long Legs. I won't pick Long Legs. I'll pick something good. I'll think about it. I don't know what it's gonna be yet. Don't look at me like that.
So we've determined
Promise
that
it won't be Long Legs.
Michael Myers' entire issue is he had a hard on he didn't know what to do with.
Yeah.
For 15 years.
Yeah,
I mean, you could say that.
you could.
No, I am saying that.
I mean, it all starts with some obvious confusion about sexual activity, so can't really argue with it.
It all starts with him counting to 45 and then seeing his sister's boyfriend leave and then walking upstairs and immediately being rejected.
Counting to 45.
That's crazy.
But as a kid, I loved the shit out of it.
Oh, we still love it.
It's still a good movie. It's just ridiculous.
Ridiculous.
That too.
If you guys watched this and you were around in 1963, did all y'all have just like zero dick game in the 60s?
I don't think they really cared. I think they were kind of just like, hey, maybe this will produce a kid, maybe it won't.
The only comments that I see from you, Allison, in the chat are, I mean, doesn't everyone want to be murdered by someone in a William Shatner mask? Immediately followed by, but as a kid, I loved the shit out of it.
Yeah, that's all I see too.
What?
That's been happening to me too. Like sometimes it just doesn't show up. It's very weird. Or it takes like a hot minute to show up. It's very interesting. This Jimmy is weird.
So what did you love the shit out of as a child? Bob? Because
Yeah,
Bob loved
third
chicken.
on that.
Not Bob.
Can't have been Bob.
Bob sucked.
Bob was a weirdo.
Bob was a pedo.
Oh yeah. Like he didn't even
Weird.
sound
I
like
said I want to pick something real terrible. I know probably none of you have seen.
But as a kid, she loved the shit out of it. Allison, DM me what it is.
Or just put it in the chat.
No, DM me.
I want to know too.
No, because if it's
Yeah.
interesting, I'm picking it, and I don't want to tell you guys yet.
She wants to pick.
Oh, that's
It'll
crazy.
be her pick when it's her turn. Steal her pick.
Okay, never mind.
I need to know if I've actually seen it or not. I'm very curious.
Man, I gotta think of a good movie.
got a month ish.
Yeah. We got to figure out getting off too
What do you mean?
in 2 weeks because I told you I can't do the 15th.
Yeah. So, Mr. Boogedy and the Bride of Boogedy.
I
I
think
have not seen either of those.
I think that's a
What?
Disney Channel movie. Because that sounds familiar.
Mr. What?
Mr.
Boogedy?
Boogedy?
The fuck is that?
Yeah, it's Disney movie, yeah.
Is it on Disney Plus?
I think it might actually be.
Weird.
It's a kid's horror, but still amazingly 80s and terrible, but still awesome.
Scared the shit out of her as a kid.
They are on Disney Plus.
Let me look this up.
I knew when like the name seemed familiar, and then when I Googled it and I saw the like poster, I was like, oh yeah. I've scrolled past it a few times on Disney Plus. I've never watched it, but like Halloween decons, shit slaps. Those are always good.
How do you? Is it spelled the way she spelled it?
Mm-hmm.
Because it's not coming up on IMDb.
I just Googled it.
No, I have not seen it.
Like I said, I've heard of it. I've never seen it. It looks spooky. For like a kid's movie.
Why is there a man? Never mind. Why does it have a 6.5 out of 10 on IMDb, but I can't find it on IMDb?
Because IMDb hates you?
Well, if I click the link, it'll take me to it. It was a TV episode. Season 30, episode 11 of The Magical World of Disney.
I did not know that. I thought it was just
46-minute long episode.
Oh, okay. I mean, that's kind of like the old Goosebumps were technically like mini movies, but they were like actual episodes. I've been watching a lot of Goosebumps recently.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, because I was telling you the TV remote at work is missing. It's gone. I have no idea. And I wanted to watch Fear Fest the entire month while I was at work. So I haven't been able to the past like 2 weeks. So I've been scrambling. And I was sad. But I found Goosebumps. And I was like, oh, I used to love these episodes.
Oh, I didn't get in any Fear Fest. I just did my own little marathon.
I think my official, not official, because I think I missed a couple movies when I made the list, but I have it here. I can tell you guys exactly what I watched this year. That's not it. Where did it go? There it is. 36 movies in 31 days.
Okay.
So we got all 5 Final Destinations.
I wonder why.
Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey 2.
Boo.
The Mouse Trap.
Boo.
Salem's Lot.
You did not like.
Salem's Lot remake.
Oh no, you didn't like the remake. You kind of
No,
liked.
yeah,
no, you didn't like both.
Yeah.
Shit.
No, I kind of like the remake. Tarot.
Oh, okay.
Apartment 7A.
You did not like.
Tales from the Hood 3.
I didn't even know there were multiple of those.
Yeah.
Evil Dead Rise.
Fantastic.
Saw 10.
Good.
The Deliverance with Glenn Close saying terrible things.
Oh yeah, my friend was a PA on that movie. It was shot here.
Annabelle Creation. The Nun, The Conjuring, The Nun 2,
Nice.
Return to Salem's Lot,
What the fuck?
Night Shift,
I love Night Shift.
Hell House LLC 3, Lake of Fire.
Not the best. They're making another one,
No.
which will be the final one.
The Strangers Chapter 1.
Mhm.
A movie called Till Death Do Us Part that's listed as horror, but I don't know. It was Kill Bill-esque.
Ooh, okay. I mean, I love Kill Bill.
It's like Kill Bill meets Mr. and Mrs. Smith, kind of.
That's not anything remotely close to horror.
No, but it sounds interesting.
It's listed as horror, and I don't know why. Tales from the Crypt Bordello of Blood.
Okay.
Tales from the Crypt Demon Knight. It was The Strangers Chapter 1. It wasn't terrible. That one might not scare you as bad. Trap. Long Legs. Gave Terrifier another go. Still can't do it.
Ooh.
The original Poltergeist.
Nice.
House on Haunted Hill. The remake. From the 2000s.
Is that the one
With
with Liam
Ali
Neeson?
Larder. No. Liam
No,
Neeson.
that's the haunting she's talking about.
You're thinking, yes.
Thank you. Listen.
I used to
listen.
I used to mix those two up too, but
Yeah. I've
I don't really
watched
fuck with
both of
Haunted.
them recently. So
no. This is Tay Diggs, Ali Larder,
yeah, Chris Kattan. Yeah,
Famke Jensen. Yeah.
yeah, I saw that. One.
Return to House on Haunted Hill.
Oh, I didn't know they returned.
Yeah. The Cell. Because, you know, after all the Diddy stuff, I was like, let me see what Jennifer Lopez is doing in horror movies.
Oh.
And my boy, the Kingpin, Vincent D'Onofrio's in that too.
He is.
Creepy as fuck. Late Night with the Devil.
Oh, so good.
And Maxine. Again.
Also good.
It wasn't a horror movie.
Maxine?
Yeah, it wasn't. Like,
I get where you're coming from.
Like, it had some brief horror elements to it, but I would say it was better than Pearl. Like,
I agree.
it's definitely better than that. But
I wonder why you agree.
Because Pearl was ass.
It was not. It was not it. It was a.
What?
It was too off-putting. Like, we know the chick was crazy, but like we dove a little too far into her head than I cared to go. Like the scarecrow thing was where I knew, like, this isn't gonna. This is not. This plane is never gonna land for me. It just wasn't gonna happen.
I know you did.
I didn't think it, like, it's
giggling over there.
I don't know. Her screaming is funny as fuck to me.
The biggest thing, and I mean, Mia Goth is definitely a G for all these movies, but the biggest thing in Pearl is the end, where she literally holds that creepy ass tear-filled smile throughout the entire credits. Like, that was the one point I was like, okay, well done.
I don't know. Her monologue towards the end of the movie, really good.
That was good. That was good.
I can't get behind a man that comes home from war to find out that the girl that he stayed alive for not only went and fucked some other dude, but murdered a shit ton of people and then stuck around.
I mean, it's not even so much that she murdered them. It's the fact that she staged their bodies at the table with a rotting, maggot infested pig
Yeah.
and tried to sell it like dinner. When you're coming home from war, like, oh, here's the dinner table. Come on in.
I'm all fucked up from the war too, baby. I understand. Times are hard. We'll figure it out.
And boy, sure did they.
That's crazy.
And she had that Michael Myers-itis. She saw people fucking and got all fucking crazy too.
She just wanted to be a star.
No, that old man couldn't get it up. That was her problem in X.
I mean, this is my thing. How could she be mad at this dude after everything that had gone on to this point? Like, now you're just being selfish. First off,
She was selfish.
you clearly were getting it once he came home. You clearly got it for a good period of time because she wasn't but like early 20s or something by that time. So you got
She didn't give a fuck about that man's heart.
a lifetime filled of it. And now because y'all then reached the decrepit stages, you mad because he can't do this without risking his life. That's
I mean, they tried.
they didn't try. They did it.
They succeeded
They did that.
Yeah.
without Blue Chew too. He figured it the fuck out.
That I'm gonna say that's why he was susceptible to that heart attack at the end.
I mean, he was lasting longer than people in Halloween, so
That's crazy.
that's true.
It is true. It is true. It's kind of crazy. Because if memory serves me correct, this was the same time period. This was in the 70s. X was.
X was in the 70s.
Yeah. Damn. That's a damn shame.
And I have a theory, right?
What's your theory?
So you heard when Michael Myers drove by Lori and Annie and Linda.
Mhm.
Linda talks about Devon. I don't know a lot of white dudes named Devon. I have a feeling that Linda caught the movie they were making in X and got some ideas.
That's possible.
Yeah, probably.
As a matter of fact, I don't think I know a single white guy named Devon.
I don't know. Mm-mm. I do not.
Nah, I've never heard of it. Devin, maybe, but no.
You know, Devin, yeah. Devin Sawa.
Ah,
Yeah, that's what I was thinking of.
left
too.
Devonsawa.
Idle Hands needs to be one of our watch alongs.
That sounds like something I've heard of.
It sounds like something. You don't know Idle Hands?
Hold that thought.
Devonsawa.
Seth Green, Jessica Alba.
Devonsawa.
Oh. Okay. I never watched it. That's why.
That has to be our watch along. I think I'm picking the next watch along. It's Idle Hands.
What the hell? You just told me I got to pick the next one. And you're like, just kidding.
You can pick it.
I'm picking the one
Yeah,
for Christmas then. Fuck you guys. No, fine. Take Idle Hands this time. I'm picking a Christmas one.
You just got shit Katie made Matt watch.
Yeah, but it wasn't everything I was expecting it to be.
What did you expect it to be?
You to like Long Legs.
Why did you think I'd like that movie?
I don't know.
As a matter of fact, going into it, you said you knew I wasn't going to like that movie.
I had a very strong inkling, but like you could have lied to me and said you liked it.
It was a
Why?
setup
You have
for-
not lied to me about a single movie so far that I know of.
No, I don't think I have. I don't know how.
Exactly.
No, I've been very honest.
Yeah. So why would I come in and lie to you?
I don't know.
Especially when it was the chick from the movie that I hate, and she wasn't any better in this movie.
Don't hold that against her.
I've seen her in 2 movies and they both sucked, in my
That's disrespectful. One of them definitely sucks.
opinion. And I am putting a lot of long legs in me not liking it.
Don't
Not her.
you fucking dare.
I am. No, dude. She did a poor Clarice Starling
No,
imitation.
she didn't.
You really did.
She did not.
She even had like a mid-southern accent.
You talking about Julianne Moore?
No. We're talking about long legs.
Well, okay, because I was about to say that accent that she had in Hannibal was not good.
No, it was awful. And we talked about that.
I'm gonna need you all when there are movies like Long Legs out there, and actresses like Micah Monroe to leave my girl Julianne Moore and Hannibal alone. Gary Oldman. There is literally not an actor better than Gary Oldman in the entirety of Long Legs.
That's not
They
fair
dragged
because
him in-
Gary
They
Oldman's
dragged him into
fucking
that.
phenomenal.
They dragged who into what?
Gary Oldman into Long Legs.
No, I'm saying Gary Oldman was in Hannibal,
Oh, okay, yeah.
and by that metric, Hannibal is automatically better than Long Legs because there's not an actor in the movie Long Legs that is as good as Gary Oldman.
Well, that's not even fair because
That's what I said. It's not fair because Gary Oldman's a
Gary
goat.
Oldman is unfuckwittable.
Okay, we'll take Gary Oldman out of it. We'll go Ray Liotta.
This bullshit. I hate this game.
We'll take him out. We'll go Anthony Hopkins.
I'll say the best acted scene that Ray
Why
Liotta
you
had in
didn't
that
go Anthony Hopkins next?
was when he got his fucking brains ate.
Oh. Also, how you didn't go from Gary Oldman to Anthony Hopkins was a choice.
Well, we can't. We got to be fair. We got to go like on a step-by-step basis here because Anthony Hopkins again, another one. You can't just throw him out there like some overkill.
I'm looking here, so we'll put Gary Oldman up against Nicolas Cage.
Again, it's Gary Oldman.
It's also Nicolas Cage singing. Yeah, no, Gary Oldman.
I told you I think the singing's funny.
We'll put Julianne Moore against Alicia Witt.
Is Alicia with the mom?
Mother Harker, Ruth Harker, yeah.
Hmm.
Mostly because they're both gingers.
What else has she been in? Because I was trying to figure it out after the fact.
She's in The Sopranos. She's in a bunch of shit.
I know she is, but there was something specific I
Urban
remember
Legend?
from. I don't know if it was that. It might have been that, but I'm gonna pull up her IMDb to look. Where is she? There she is.
I remember Urban Legend being mid for some reason. I have to watch it back.
She's in stuff.
Yeah, I know she is. I just got through her IMDb. Supernatural.
I mean, I'd put Micah Monroe up against Julianne Moore, seeing as they're both the main FBI protagonists of the film, and Julianne Moore clears Micah Monroe all day, even with her bad accent.
Fair. It's not fair.
And then I'd put Alicia Witt up against Ray Liotta. Hannibal clears all day, every day. We haven't even brought up someone to put Anthony Hopkins up against. We've run out of mainstream. Kiernan Shipka, I guess, versus Anthony Hopkins.
That's a crazy comparison. That's wild and low-key disrespectful.
To who?
How you gonna put You're never because anime is bullshit.
I enjoyed Blade Trinity more than I enjoyed Long Legs.
Wow. Yeah, I ain't watching this movie. I'm gonna tell you right now.
Whatever.
I got to watch Deadpool fuck up Triple H and Blade Trinity. What did Long Legs give me?
But like, watch Smile too. This one, I promise you'll like.
I've seen a lot of people who didn't even like the first one say they liked this one. So.
I hated the first one. The first one sucked.
A dick.
Yeah.
All right, I think we can end the stream. Thanks for everyone who tuned in and hung out
I forgot that was
for our watch along and post show. What?
I forgot this was still on the stream.
Bye.
Bye.